Have you ever thought about making your website more dynamic by accepting data from the users and integrating automation processes like sending emails or fetching live data? How you can do that in your website? Hi, I'm Gaurav from KnowHow Academy. So, automation processes make your website more dynamic, and Power Automate is the greatest tool with the help of which we can easily create workflows which will automate your application or website. Now, the question arises how we can integrate Power Automate in our website. So, in this video, we are going to learn how to create a Power Automate flow in our Power Pages site. Then we will integrate our flow in Power Pages, and after that we will see the JavaScript code with the help of which we can trigger our Power Automate flow in Power Pages. So in our Power Pages website, I will go to Setup, then I will navigate to Cloud Flows and create a new flow. So first we need a trigger, so I will write pages, select Power Pages, when Power Pages calls a flow. Now we will take an input, it will be our location. Then we will add the action get weather, get current weather, and in the location I will add my variable location, and then I will simply return the value, select Power Pages, return value to Power Pages. I will add the output. Here I will write temperature, then I will select the temperature. Similarly, our humidity, then location, after that wind speed, and visibility distance, so I will name them. First is our humidity, then our location, wind speed, visibility distance, and I will name the flow get current weather in Power Pages. After saving, so our flow has been added, and now I will add this flow to our site. After that we need to select our roles, so I will select authenticated and anonymous user. I will add the anonymous and authenticated user web roles. Click on save. So our flow has been added in our website. Now for the trigger, we need to add the code here. Now we need to add our layout. So instead of choosing these components, I will go to edit code. Now this is our HTML code, and we need to add a text input for location. So instead of writing a code, we will go to Microsoft documentation. So I will write integrate Power Automate in Power Pages. I will select the first one, and here This is our code. I will simply click on copy, then paste. Then I will click save. Now, before testing, we will understand this code. So in the style, we have just given the styling to our classes. And in our HTML code, first we have our city form in which we have a label, location input, and also a input type, which will be a text field for getting a location. Then we have our submit button. After that, we have a div weather ID, which has a class weather detail. And in the beginning, we have set the display to none. Then we have our class temperature, where ID is temperature. Similarly, weather info v1 is our span class, and ID is temperature units. Then location, then coordinates. Then wind speed, speed units, visibility, distance units. Similarly, we have UV index and conditions. Now, the main thing is our JavaScript code where our flow has been triggered. First, for the location, we have gotten the element document.get element by ID location input dot value. And in the URL, we need to add our Cloudflow's URL. So I will go to my Cloudflows, copy my URL from here, and paste our URL. Then I will click save, and then we have taken data, and data in this square brackets we have taken our variable from Power Automate, which has name location, whose value will be the location input. Then in the payload, we have stringified the data, and then we have called the Ajax save post, and it will be a post request. Then we need to add the URL, which is taken from here, and in the data, we will get the payload. After this request will be called, and in the done function, we are getting our result here, result temperature. So here in our flow details, I will edit my flow and match the variable with these. So we have our temperature, humidity, location, wind speed, visibility, distance. Temperature, wind speed, visibility, distance, UV index. We will take our UV index. I will copy this, paste here. Here I will write UV index. Then another. So for the condition, we need result conditions. Go to our flow, copy this, paste here, take conditions. After that, we have our temperature units. Temperature units. I will write temperature units. Once again, we need speed units, distance units, and latitude. So I will take first speed units, then distance units, and in the last we have our latitude. I will copy this, paste here. So all the variables have been set here perfectly. Now to check that, first we will click on save. And in our site, we will click on sync to sync our code changes. So after syncing, we can see we have our text, what's the weather, then enter a location to find out, then our text box and submit button. Similarly, that is mentioned in our code. Here in the h1 tag, we have what's the weather, form ID city form, where we have added a label, enter a location to find out. Now we will test our flow. So I will click on preview. Now we need to enter a city name to find out the weather. So I will write New York. Click on submit. So as you can see, we are getting our temperature units, location, wind, UV index, visibility, and conditions. And if you want to see your request call, here you can click on F12, and here when I write Mumbai, click on submit. So here our request is being called. This is our trigger URL. In the payload, we are getting location Mumbai, and in the response, we are getting the JSON. So this is how our trigger is being called from our Power Pages to Power Automate. Now I will change the location and write Delhi. Click on submit. So it is giving us the live location of the city. So this is how you can fetch live data from Power Automate in your Power Pages site. You can also send other automation processes like sending email by changing the action here. If you enter the email in this location variable and call an action to send an email, and in the to section you will select the location variable in which your email will be stored, it will simply send the email to the person you are sending the email. So this is how you can integrate Power Automate in your Power Pages. So in this video, we learned how to create a Power Automate flow in our Power Pages. Then we added our cloud flow in our Power Pages website. And after that, we understood our JavaScript code with the help of which we can trigger our Power Automate flow in Power Pages. Thank you for choosing KnowHow Academy as your IT source. We are always there to help you navigate to the tech world. It's been a pleasure sharing this information with you. So stay curious and keep learning.